And a month into President Trump's term, some border agents say his executive order on immigration appears to be working. They say migration to the U.S. has significantly slowed. The Department of Homeland Security is also reporting apprehensions have slowed. ABC's Matt Rivers is in Mexico City. Matt, how significant is this slowdown?
It's stunning, Diane. There's no other way to put it, really. The amount of people arriving to the U.S. southwest border has plummeted since the peak months that we saw, let's say, 18 months ago. We did start to see the numbers significantly slow down when President Biden was still in office, thanks to pretty intense restrictions that his administration had put into place. But President Trump taking that even further, essentially cutting off any chance at applying for asylum at the U.S. southwest border. Also, when you look at the people coming up from the south, you look at the Darien Gap, which is that land bridge between Colombia and Panama. It's a stretch of jungle that anybody wanting to walk from South America to North America must go through. The number of people that the Panamanian government has registered going through that jungle gap has plummeted to the lowest level that we've seen since February of 2021, when we were right in the middle of the pandemic. So by any metric you look at this, people have stopped arriving for the most part at the U.S. southwest border.
Now, you say thousands of migrants are even giving up mid-journey, right? They're already on their way, and then they're going back home before they ever even reach the border. What does that tell you?
Yeah, there were a lot of migrants that had essentially become stuck here in Mexico during the Biden administration. They were waiting for their asylum claims to be processed by using this application on their smartphones that the Biden administration had set up. But Trump basically canceled that, in addition to all the other restrictions he's put into place. And so what we're now seeing is this new phenomenon called reverse migration. Essentially, you've got people from, let's say, Venezuela, Colombia, the two biggest emigration hotspots over the last few years, coming all the way to Mexico, and essentially now looking around at the landscape and saying, you know what, it's not worth it to stay here. I don't want to run the risk of deportation. I know the Trump administration is not going to let me in. Therefore, they're making the very difficult decision to return home. President Trump, whether you like him or not, whether you agree with his policies or not, it has to be said that if his goal here is to curb irregular migration to the United States, he is wildly succeeding at that.
All right, ABC's Matt Rivers in Mexico City. Thank you.